Many people dream about owning a property by the beach, whether it's used for vacation purposes, a rental, or as a main base. A property by the open sea is one of the most alluring choices in real estate investment. But as one might predict, countries with the most prime locations by the sea, such as Portugal's Silver Coast, the Bahamas, or the French Riviera, are incredibly expensive and tend to get very crowded. But nevertheless, in this video, we've compiled 15 of the best places that are ideal to invest in beachfront property. And by ideal, we mean places that have a mix of every desirable characteristic: relative affordability, accessibility, pleasant climate, developing real estate market, and most importantly, the overall quality of life. So whether it's for a vacation home, a rental property to use as an Airbnb, or just to keep as an appreciating asset, all of these places are excellent to invest in coastal real estate. Lastly, almost all these places are packed with growing international communities and offer freedom to foreign nationals to invest in their real estate market. Number 15. Turkish Riviera. The Turkish Riviera, also known as the Turquoise Coast, is a 600-mile-long stretch of Mediterranean coastline in the southwestern region of Turkey. It stretches from the southern part of Izmir to the city of Alanya in the southern region of the country, and includes many beautiful coastal communities and cities, each with their own unique atmosphere. Weather on this part of the country is also pleasant year-round. Summers are adequately warm with low humidity, making it a perfect vacation spot. The property market on the Turkish Riviera offers stable prices, great returns on investment, and many unique areas to choose from. Plus, foreign investors are allowed full freedom to invest in Turkey's real estate, and the government even encourages this by offering tax incentives and residency programs. There's a great variation in prices that can be adjusted to fit any budget, with smaller villas and condos on the outskirts of its developing parts costing around $150,000, while the coastal areas directly facing the sea in areas like Antalya can cost around $250,000. Additionally, the Turkish Riviera also gets a large number of tourists from all over the world that want an affordable vacation near the Mediterranean, so the rental market in this part of the country is also flourishing. Number 14. Paphos, Cyprus. Located in southern Cyprus, Paphos is one of the safest cities to live and invest in this region. The city offers stunning natural landscapes, beaches, ancient ruins, a beautiful look of the Mediterranean waters, and plenty of other amenities that make life comfortable. Additionally, Paphos has a growing expat community, particularly Brits, as they move here because of the affordable housing, lower tax brackets, and of course, the great weather. EU citizens have complete freedom to buy property in Paphos, while non-EU citizens have to gain a permit from the Council of Ministry, which is a pretty straightforward process and easy to obtain. The government of Cyprus also offers permanent residency to any foreign citizen looking to buy a property exceeding the value of $28,000. Lastly, its coastline is very long, and there are a plethora of housing types available, be it condominiums or freestanding villas. Number 13. Florianópolis, Brazil. Oftentimes, safety is a big concern when living and buying property in Brazil, and rightfully so, as the country is ranked 32nd most dangerous in the world. However, its city of Florianópolis is classified as the safest out of all the big metro cities in the country, with negative connotation of being overrun by local gangs. In addition, it's said to be the Brazilian city with the highest quality of life, although petty theft does occur, especially in tourist spots, and it's always good to avoid certain areas. Aside from safety, the city has a lot on offer from its pristine beaches, green tapering hills, azure waters, and affordable property options. The best locations to invest in properties are the areas most visited by tourists, which are mostly around the coastline. Furthermore, property prices in this city are very cheap, with median price for a newly built 3-bedroom beachfront condo going for as low as $80,000, while prices for a mid-sized house in one of its gated communities can go for as low as $120,000. Number 12. Puerto Montt, Chile. A not-so-famous port city in southern Chile, Puerto Montt is known as a gateway to the Andes Mountains and the Patagonian fjords. Featuring an oceanic climate with cool summers and mild winters, Puerto Montt is an excellent place for beachfront living. Foreigners are allowed full freedom to buy property in Chile, just like any ordinary citizen. Furthermore, the price of living in Puerto Montt is quite nominal when compared to other cities of the country. Plus, it's relatively untouched by tourism, making it an ideal place to buy beachfront property to use as a personal vacation home or as a main base and enjoy the quiet, laid-back lifestyle. A newly built, well-furnished, excellent quality house with sea views can cost just around $200,000. Number 11. St. Lucia. An eastern Caribbean nation with a pair of dramatically tapered mountains known as the majestic Piton, St. Lucia is the best out of all the Caribbean islands to invest in beachfront property. The island has lots on offer, from beautiful coastlines, safe, comfortable living, and excellent weather to an affordable cost of living. Buying property in St. Lucia as a foreigner is different considering which route one wants to take. For only the sake of investing, a foreign citizen must apply for a license in order to buy or sell property on the island, or they can apply through the St. Lucia Citizenship by Investment Program, which grants a passport to anyone investing in a pre-approved residential property above $200,000. Furthermore, the property market in St. Lucia is quite varied, with condos on the inner parts of the island within 20 minutes of the beach costing around $150,000, while the villas on the shoreline can cost anywhere from $180,000 to $400,000. Overall, with the potential for income through vacation rentals, a low cost of living, unique culture, and a welcoming community, St. Lucia is one of the best spots when it comes to beachfront living. Number 10. Santa Marta, Colombia. Located on the northern Colombian department of Magdalena, Santa Marta is one of the safest cities in the country and serves as a famous tourist spot for foreigners and Colombians alike. Apart from the gorgeous beaches and mountain scenery, Santa Marta offers a comfortable lifestyle with a very low cost of living, as a single person can easily reside here under $1,000. Additionally, its real estate market is very safe and offers great returns on investment, particularly in the form of rental properties. With a range of well-developed apartment buildings, the city displays sea views from every front. And with today's resurgence of the US dollar, prices here are better than ever. A smaller 2-bedroom apartment can set one back a little more than $50,000. Number 9. Peloponnese, Greece. A peninsula in the southern part of Greece, Peloponnese has always been one of the most underrated regions to buy beachfront properties in the country. While areas like Corfu, Crete, and similar islands having sky-high prices, especially by the coastline, the region of Peloponnese offers a much lower barrier to entry for investors looking to buy a coastal property within a manageable budget. Even prices in its main city of Patras are quite low, with median listing of a 2-bedroom apartment with sea view barely exceeding $100,000, while freestanding homes right on the coast in the adjoining areas go for as low as $200,000. All in all, this region of Greece offers many living options, from the larger cities of Patras and Kalamata to the tiny villages both inland or directly alongside the coast. It is ideal for those wanting the feeling of island living, whilst being equipped with all the modern-day services at arm's length. Number 8. Punta del Este, Uruguay. A seaside resort city located on the Atlantic coast in the Maldonado department of Uruguay, Punta del Este is a premier vacation spot for tourists who want an inexpensive but safe summer retreat. Although most people gravitate towards Montevideo when it comes to investing in the Uruguayan real estate market, the prices in its main city are very high. As a result, places like Punta del Este seem more affordable with great returns and serves as a safe option with low barriers to entry. Additionally, the city also gets a lot of tourists year-round, which adds benefits by converting beach properties into a rental or Airbnb. But then again, one could also choose to live here considering its great quality of life and safety. Number 7. Bali, Indonesia. Bali is one of the prime spots for buying beachfront property in Indonesia. With affordable prices, stable real estate market, beautiful views of the coastline, lots of opportunities for recreational activities, and an overall laid-back lifestyle. Although foreigners cannot buy property directly in their own name in Indonesia, it is possible to buy it through a registered company, which is a relatively streamlined process. The prices in Bali are also quite affordable, with most apartments facing the ocean in areas like Seminyak, costing around $90,000, while freestanding villas in Canggu can cost up to $300,000. Anyhow, if Bali isn't that much of an interest, the adjoining island of Lombok has much of the same amenities with its own distinct character, and can be just as good with much lower prices. Number 6. The Algarve, Portugal. The Algarve is the southernmost region of Portugal, known for its pristine Atlantic beaches, fishing villages, and beautiful landscapes. Weather on the Algarve is quite pleasant year-round, with the highest temperatures being only 35 degrees Celsius, making it an ideal spot for beachfront living. As opposed to other places in Portugal, such as the Silver Coast near Porto and Lisbon, are almost out of reach of any budget-oriented investor, while prices in the Algarve are still a bit lower in comparison, with enough space to not feel cramped. Additionally, real estate options on the Algarve are diverse, with choices to fit any budget. Areas like Faro, Albufeira, and Lagos can be expensive, with average price for a house exceeding $300,000. But there are many other sites with newly built gated communities offering smaller villas or flats overlooking the ocean for under $200,000. With the ever-expanding tourist industry in the Algarve, these properties can be converted into rentals or Airbnbs in the on-season to generate a great passive income. Number 5. Gold Coast, Australia. The Gold Coast is a large metropolitan area located south of the city of Brisbane on the eastern Australian coast. Rife with long sandy beaches, prime waves for surfing or other water sports, and strong property growth, the Gold Coast is an amazing location to invest in beachfront property. Although the Sunshine Coast in Australia is another prime location for beachfront houses, but it's not as diverse in terms of its real estate options. Nor is it varied in terms of its affordability for different levels of investment. With glorious beaches, perfect weather, and a thriving entertainment and nightlife scene, the Gold Coast in Australia is the best out of most places. Foreign nationals are allowed freedom to buy property here, but they have to apply for approval with the Australian Foreign Investment Review Board to confirm the purchase. Apartments overlooking the oceans, such as ones in Palm Beach, go for around $200,000, while villas and condos in the outer regions of the Gold Coast can cost anywhere around $300,000 to $400,000. Number 4. Dalmatia, Croatia. A narrow belt stretching from the island of Rab in the north toward the Bay of Kotor in the south, Dalmatia is a coastal region of Croatia's eastern shores of the Adriatic Sea. With pleasant weather year-round, affordable housing markets, and a growing expatriate community, it is the prime spot to buy beachfront property in Croatia. The housing options in this region are quite diverse in terms of affordability, with 2 to 3 bedroom condos in cities like Split and Zadar at walking distance from the sea costing around $250,000, while houses directly overlooking the ocean can cost up to $350,000. Moreover, it's a wonderful holiday destination with typical Mediterranean charm, good gastronomy, and a handful of options for sightseeing and natural beauty, so the rental market in this part of the country is also in high demand. Furthermore, the entirety of the region is highly accessible and is well connected with Europe and the rest of the world, with several international airports and great road links. Number 3. Costa del Sol, Spain. One of Europe's most favorite relocation spots, Costa del Sol, aptly referred to as the Sunshine Coast, is a stretch of 160 kilometers along the southern coast of Spain, where it meets the Mediterranean Sea. This shoreline also promises 300 days of sunshine a year, making it popular with nomads escaping northern Europe's frigid winters. International communities thrive in its cities and communes dotted across the coast. There are over 320,000 foreigners living on the sunny coast, which constitutes about 20% of the population, so most of its property is specifically targeted towards foreigners. Some of the most in-demand areas to buy here include the city of Marbella, Malaga, and Nerja, featuring contemporary properties lining a seafront promenade. Median prices in most of the prime areas of these cities are expensive, with some being the most expensive in the Andalusia region. However, there are still lots of cheaper options available. On top of this, to make things easier, many developers in this part of the country also offer properties with easy quarterly installment plans. Number 2. Campania, Italy. With the famous city of Naples as its capital, Campania is a region in southwestern Italy known for its ancient ruins and dramatic coastline. Although busy during the summer months, the beaches near the Amalfi Coast are stunning and attract just as many locals as foreigners during this time. What's more, there are stunning landscapes in every direction, with mainstream properties on the hillside. Meanwhile, dramatic mountains give the main towns of this region a very quaint ambiance. The real estate market in this region is incredibly diverse, offering costly to more affordable opportunities for investment. In its areas like Sorrento and Salerno, there are newly built apartments for well within $250,000, while those requiring a bit of renovation can be as low as $150,000. Lastly, the region enjoys a great tourist industry, with thousands of people visiting the famous tourist spots almost every month, which gives it a lot of opportunity to generate passive income from rental properties. Number 1. Mallorca, Spain. The 7th largest island in the Mediterranean and part of Spain's Balearic Islands, Mallorca is a beautiful location to invest in a beachfront abode. Although the temperatures in Mallorca can reach highs of 40 degrees Celsius in peak summers, the waters tend to remain cool year-round, allowing for people to swim, relax, and do various water sporting activities to beat the heat. With its fabulous climate, beautiful beaches, superb cuisine, and unique culture, This island may not be the cheapest warm weather location one could buy a beachfront property in, but it certainly represents tremendous value for money. Buying a home in Mallorca not only guarantees a sun-drenched lifestyle, but also many other outstanding benefits, especially an ever-growing rental economy. 2-bedroom mid-sized apartments right on the coastline can be easily bought under $250,000, while houses overlooking the ocean can cost up to $400,000 or more, depending on how much investment someone is willing to make.